Shalom, 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 barakatah Yahawah, barakatah Yahawashi, barakatah Yahawah, barakatah Yahawashi. All praise, glory, power be unto the Most High Yahawah, through His only begotten Son Yahawashi, Mashiach. Shalom, 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 family, shalom, Israel, shalom. Bear with me. Shalom, shalom, everybody, shalom. To the tribe of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, shalom. To the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian, our praises, glory, honor be unto the Most High Yahawah, through His only begotten and beloved Son, Yahawashi Mashiach, the one that the whole world called naively and ignorantly Jesus Christ. Right? His name's Yahawashi Mashiach. Some different brother get it, call it Yeshua, Yeshua, all praise to the Most High. As long as you keeping the law, the commandment of the Most High, you're doing righteousness, all praises. Okay? So you got to keep in mind, the main thing is the keeping of the law and the commandment of the Most High. Okay? So we just want to put out there before, we start doing anything. Right? So keep in mind. Okay? Keep in mind. So we just want to be straight up. We're going to go straight to the point. We're going to address, I think it's Ishtar. I want to put all the name right there, so that it'll be clear when people come across it. I think also it's called Eoster, right? Or Ishtar also. Let me see. Bear with me, okay? Bear with me. Salakia, okay? Salakia. Right, let's put it like that. Easter, Oester. I think that's another name. Oester. Oh no. Why are you changing my thing, man? Come on, YouTube. Facebook. Don't change it. Leave it alone. Okay, let's go right here. Let me double check something quick. Right. So I want to look at the word Ishtar. How is it written? So I don't want to misspell it. I want to make sure it's written properly. So when people see, they'll know what is he talking about. So let's go right here. And it's written some way, which I'm trying to make sure that I get it correctly. So bear with me. Be patient, brother and sister. I'll be there, Okay, Ishtar. Okay, it's called also Inanna. Okay, they got so many names for the weakness. Inanna. Imagine that. Inanna. Okay. Slash Ishtar. Okay. Let's put it right there, man. Okay. Ishtar. Okay. Let's keep it up like that. I'm going to use it, as I say, I'm going to use it to do my video, right? So let's put it here. Okay, let's paste it right there. Let's paste it right there, right? Then we're going to go live, as I say, we'll be going live to address this issue. We got to feed the flock. We got to feed the flock of the Most High. We got to warn the brother. The brother that's in the darkness, we got to warn them. We got to give them understanding, as the Most High say. That's how I do it. We got to warn them. If you warn them and they refuse to listen, now the game, is on them. The blood shall be up on their own self. Okay. Shalom, 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 everybody, shalom. Israel. Shalom to all the camps out there. Shalom to all the brother and sister online on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Messenger, whatsoever platform the Most High allow you to use to, warn the people, to feed the flock is important. Right? Shalom to all the brother, man, on the highway on the byway doing the work of the Most High. And first and foremost, we give all praises, glory, honor, power be unto the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. May we do so through who? Yahawashi Mashiach, the one that the whole world called naively and ignorantly Jesus Christ. Okay, Shalom is the brother Frank. Okay, coming at you to address another topic. Right? There's a lot of people, they see blind. We got to feed the flock. We got to bring out the word of the Most High to our people. Right? Let's go right here. Let's go in the book of John. Right? Let's go in the book of John. Right? Let's go in the book of John. And we're going to read from who? Yahawashi Mashiach. Right? And I'm right here. This is the book of John. Chapter 21. And we're going to read from verses 15. Right? This is the book of John, chapter 21, and verse 15. So when they have done, right, Yahawashi said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than this? So Yahawashi is asking, Peter, do you love me more than all these brother right here? Do you love me more than that? He said unto him, yeah, Lord. He said, yeah. So, Peter, he loved the Lord big time, right? We don't understand he denied him at some point because he feared to be put to death, things like that, right? But he was on the front, you see what I'm saying, to defend Yahawashi. When the soldier came out, he chopped the ear off, like he pulled out the knife and quit, boom. You see what I'm saying? He was very defensive over who? Yahawashi. But Yahawashi told him, you know what, I don't need you to do that, man. I don't need your gun, man. He said, don't you know I can call on my father and they'll send me legion of the angel to come and fight for me? He said, don't worry, man. I got to die, man. I was made for this end, man. I was sent to this end to die for who? Yashala, for Jacob. Okay, so let's continue. He said, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, feed my lambs. You see, and that's what we're doing. And that's what the brother doing. Online, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, whatsoever platform the Most High is using, I allow them to use. Hey, he said, feed my lambs, the lamb of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Right? Verse 16, he said unto him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He asked him for the second time, do you love me? He said unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, feed my sheep. Second time. Let's continue. He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahawashi said unto him, feed my sheep. Okay, now some of you may be taking sheep is everybody? No. How do you know he's not talking about everybody? Let's go to the book of Matthew 10. Let's go to Matthew 10 first. Let's just stay over there. Okay? Let's go to Matthew chapter 10, right? And we'll stay with verses. Let me try 24. Okay? Let me see what I want. This is the book of Matthew. I'm going to read verses 6 first. This is the book of Matthew chapter 10. And verses 5 through 6, right? 5 through 6. These 12 Yahawashi sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentile. You see? Okay? Do not go into the way of the dispersed. Right? The dispersed. Right? And into any city of the Samaritan enter ye not. They were into idolatry. He said, don't go to them yet. Don't go to this heathen. Okay? Don't go to the dispersed or somebody. Don't go there yet. Don't deal with that yet. Right? He said, but go rather. So he said, go not into the way of the Gentile. So don't go into the way of the heathen. Right? Some of our people who still consider heathen. Why? Because they knew the law, they don't want to keep it. Okay? He said, go not into the way of the Gentiles. So the heathen and some of other of our people, and into any city of the Samaritan enter ye not. Don't enter. Don't go. Verse 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The lost sheep of the house of Israel. Sheep, lamb, same thing. Goat, pretty much, almost. Not the same thing, but the same family. Right? So let's go right here. Let's go to, I think I'm going to use one more precept, then we'll move up. This is the book of Matthew 15 and 24. Let me see if it's that what I want. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 24. Bear with me. Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 24, and it reads, But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You see, there we go. So Christ, first and foremost, is on the earth for the lost sheep of the house of Israel, not for the whole world. First and foremost, he died for the nation of Israel, Ishtar. He represents the sacrifice for the whole nation, for the entire nation, that we should repent and come unto salvation. All right, so without any further ado, let's go right here. Right, couple of things I want to put out there to keep everybody in line. So stay in mind. So the title of this video is Easter, Eoster, or Ishtar. The same as the Passover. Is it the same thing? Is it the same thing? Let's go right here. So keep in mind, okay, the Most High, he taught us in the beginning. So who is the man to change it? Okay, we have to obey the Most High rather than man. If you see what I'm saying, we got to stick with the Most High. That's the Most High, that's the Most High. Okay, what the Most High say, that's what we're supposed to be going down with. Not what men say, politician, liar, wicked people, right? Let's read it. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, and verses 1. And the Lord Yahawashi spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel. So the subject right here, the recipient right here is who? The Israelite. The Israelite, okay? Bear with me, let me see. Okay, let me see if I can holler a couple of people. Bear with me, okay? All right. All right, let me see. Okay, bear with me. I'm trying to bring it in, invite a couple of people. If the Most High allow me, right? Let me see. This is Siobhan, right? Let's see. Say maybe a couple more people, man. You know what I'm saying? So if the Most High allow me, right? If the Most High, right? So bear with me. You gotta keep in mind. It's important, man. This is super important that we keep in mind. Okay? So, he said, Speak unto the children of Israel, not Christian, the children of Israel. Okay? And say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be a holy convocation. Even these are my feasts. And you start reading, you see the Shabbat, the Passover. The Passover, it was not called Easter. Passover is different. The Moses did not Easter Egypt. He passed over Egypt. Understand that? It's two words, man. It's a basic English. Passover. Okay? Passover. Passover is two words that have been put together. He passed over. The Moses passed over the land of Egypt. And this was done for the healing, the salvation, and the deliverance of the children of Israel that were oppressed in slavery, in bondage, in the land or the country known today as Egypt. Okay. So what are the origin of your pagan Easter? Pagan Easter. What are the origin? What are the roots? Why do our people still celebrating this pagan thing? Why are they bound down to Satan? Why are they sacrificing unto demons, unto devils? Let's go in the book of Deuteronomy 32. Let's go to Deuteronomy 32. We go to Deuteronomy 32. Let's go over there. Deuteronomy chapter 32. Let's go over there. Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 32. And we read from verse 15. Right? Because we got to keep in mind. Whatsoever we do, We got to do it according to the word of the Most High, as it is written. Right. So this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32. And then we're going to start from verses, let me see, as I say, verses 15. Okay. 32 and verses 15. Bear with me. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verses 15. But Yashurun, okay, Yashurun was fat. So the word Yashurun right here is Jacob, Yashala. We've been called the vine, okay, the sheep, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We've been called, olive tree, olive branches. We've been called all those names. The Mosai give us beautiful, mighty name. Okay, he said, but Yeshurun, he's not referring to the Christian. He's not referring to the Muslim. Okay, to the Hindu. No. Was fat and kick. That means the Mosai blesses. We got everything. We're doing well. Thou art wasn't fat. Thou art grown thick. Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook Yahweh which made him. Then we forsook the Most High. How? By celebrating Easter, Mother Day, Independence Day. Okay, wickedness. By doing evil things that the Most High hate, the Most High abhor. Can we repent? Yes, we can repent from it. How? Come out from it. Stop eating pork. The woman cut out the paint. Wear long dresses. Slowly start changing your wardrobe. Your wardrobe, you got to change it. Change everything. Buy everything different. You see what I'm saying? Let me see how I try to invite couple more people. There was, let me see, a sister that was early online. Let me see if I can call in the sister. Let me see. Bear with me. Okay. Bear with me. Salakia, man. Salakia. I should have done this earlier. But it's not late yet. Okay. Let's see. Let me highlight Jefferson. Sometime he might be available, Omar. Let me invite Omar. Okay, Omar. Bear with me. Just want to invite a couple of people, man, through the Spirit of the Most High. I like to, highlight people here and there. See what I'm saying? I like to highlight people. I like to highlight brother. It's a brother in the Spirit, the Most High. So they can, they can learn. Okay. So if I couple brother, couple sister. See, let's see. Bear with me. There we go. Shavon. I'm gonna highlight him again. This is my brother Shavon. Right. Bear with me. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Right. So trying to highlight the one that I think there's a sister right there. Right. There's a sister right there. Okay, bear with me. All right. Couple more. I won't be too long, so we'll continue. All right. We'll continue where we stop at. All right. Looking for a couple more names right here. Just a couple names quick to highlight them. To see, either be having time for the Most High. Because I don't understand, man. Today is a pagan day. So our people, they're into weakness. Our people, they're into all type of faith and weakness. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to stop on that for right now. So let's continue. You say, then he forsook Yahweh which made him. So we forsook the Most High by by sacrificing unto idol, devils. It's written in the Old Testament and written in what the Christian call the New Testament, and we're going to show it. Okay? He said, then he forsook Yahweh which made him. Who made us? It's the Most High Yahweh. He's not a Christian church. It's not your politician. Okay? It's the Most High Yahweh. You understand? He's the Most High Yahweh who made us. Okay? He said, then he forsook Yahweh which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. Who is the rock of our salvation? Yahweh, by Hashem Yahawashi. Okay? He said they provoke him to jealousy with strange God, Eoster, Ishtar. Okay? Eoster, Easter, Ishtar. Okay? They provoke him to jealousy with strange gods. With abomination provoke they him to anger. Don't you understand that you're going to worship the sun and celebrate your Easter today? You're bringing the Most High to wrath. And that's why the Most High is going to kill some of you today. Some of you are going to die today. A lot of you are going to die today. The Most High will destroy you. He'll move the spirit. He'll move the sword upon you. You can die through heart attack, disease, drunkenness. You know, you'll be run over by a car. Somebody shoot you, every evil. Because the Most High, you're bringing the Most High to anger. Okay? Are you mightier than the Most High? Come out from that weakness. Come out. Okay? He said, let's read it. He said, well, with abomination provoke they him to anger. They sacrifice unto devil, not to God. So your Easter, you're doing for Satan. You're doing for demons. Legion of demons, understand that. You ain't doing it for the Most High. You think you're doing it for the Most High? You ain't doing it for the Most High. You're doing it for Satan, understand that. We want that to be out clear unto you so you can know what you're doing. Okay? What is the name of that pagan? One of the pagan days, famous and popular. They celebrate on December 24th through December 25th. Your pagan Christmas. You think you sacrifice unto the Most High, you're doing something to the Most High? No, you're doing to the devil. Jeremiah 10. Jeremiah chapter 10, 1 through 5. Okay? He said they provoke him to jealousy with strange God. With abomination provoke they him to anger. Verse 17. They sacrifice unto devil, not to Yahweh. To God whom they knew not. So you don't even know what you're doing. Okay? You don't know this God. They're idols. You understand that? Okay? He said to God whom they knew not. To new God, new idols. Idols that came newly up, whom your father feared not. You see, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Judah, okay, Issachar, Zebulun, okay, Joseph, okay, Naphtali, Benjamin, Levi, and the list goes on. They were not scared of Muhammad. They were not scared of Caesar Borgia. They were not scared of the Virgin Mary. No. They were not scared of none of those idols. None of those wickedness that you believe in today. And who's mainly heavily into that doctrine? Those doctrine of devils. So-called blacks, Negro, so-called Latino, so-called Native Indian, so-called African American, so-called Nigerian, Beninese, Togolese, you know, Mexican, Sierra Leonese, Senegalese, Ghanaian, and the list goes on and on and on. Into weakness, 24/7. Let's go in the New Testament to prove you. So we want to give you understanding. You know what you're celebrating? Your Easter, you're celebrating unto devil, demon. It has nothing to do with the Passover of the Most High. It's the Passover. It's two words together. The Most High did not Easter. The Most High did not give us prescription or ordinances or ritual about color eggs and rabbit or bunny. None of those garbage, okay? Your color egg belong unto Satan. Give unto Satan what belong to Satan. Give unto Caesar what belong to Caesar. Unto the Most High what belong to the Most High. So your color eggs, your bunnies, and your rabbit that you're chasing after is your goddess. Is your woman goddess of fertility. Eoster in Germany, okay? Ishtar in India and Iran, places like that. And Easter in English. Okay? Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 10. Okay? Let's read it. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, and we're going to read from verses 19. He said, let's read from 18. He said, behold, Israel. He said, behold, Israel. After the flesh, are not they which eat of the sacrifice partaker of the altar? That's the question of Paul. Right? Let's continue. He said, what say I then? That the idol is anything? Paul is saying, Shalom, King. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Rakakadash, man. All praise to the Most High, man. All praises, right? He said, what say I then, that the idol is anything? So, the Virgin Mary, your wicked and pagan Easter, or Eoster, or Ishtar that you're celebrating today, right? In most of your Christian churches. Now, we know the Orthodox, they got a different day to keep that pagan day, right? But it goes through the same weakness, right? He said, or that which is offered in sacrifice to idol is anything? Is that something? Is your Easter something meaningful? No, it's not meaningful because you ain't sacrificing to the Most High. Okay, your bunny, your color eggs, your flour that you buy, all your weakness. Guess what will you doing? You're doing to the devil. You're doing to legion of demons. Let's continue. Paul will tell you right now. It won't be from my mouth. Let's see. Verse 20. But I said that the thing which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils. Paul was quoting from what? From the book of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 32, 15 through 17. He said, but I say that the thing which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devil and not to God. What is it written? As it is written in the book of Deuteronomy 32 and verse 15 through 17. You go over there, you can read it. And not to Yahweh. And I will not that ye should have fellowship with devils, so you can't celebrate Easter and talk about the Most High. You can't celebrate Christmas, pagan Christmas, and serve the Most High. You can't celebrate, Independence Day, Mother Days, okay, Woman Day, okay, Father Day, and say that you know the Most High. No, you can't serve two masters. You got to, listen, you got to pick one side. You can't be lukewarm neither. Because Yahawashi will spew you, okay? He said, and I will not that ye should have fellowship with devils. You can't do that. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord, okay? You can't drink. You can't keep the Passover and be talking about Easter. No. Okay? Or you keep the Passover, or you keep Easter. You got to pick one. Okay? It's two different things, and we'll prove it to you. We'll prove it in the Bible. It's nothing new. Some of you don't know. Understand that Christmas existed already before Christ was born. It was already kept as a pagan thing in Egypt by the Ethiopian, okay? Under who? Nimrod. It was kept by the East Indian, by the Mid-Persian, by the Greeks. Before Yahawashi was born, it was already kept December 25 or December 25th. It's nothing new under the sun. It's nothing new. That's why when you go in the book of Jeremiah chapter 10, what did the Most High say about pagan Christmas? He said, learn not the way of the heathen. Okay? He said, do not learn. He said, for one cut the tree out of the forest and deck of gold and silver is a Christmas tree. Nothing new under the sun. So you keep that in mind. So he said, ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You can't do that. Or you keep your Easter, your pagan Easter, and you know that what is waiting for you is judgment day, destruction day. The day the Most High will bring, destruction upon you. His wrath. Okay? Or you keep the Passover of the Most High, and the Most High will heal you. Or you keep the Passover. He passed over the land of Egypt. He did not Easter. You understand? The Most High did not Easter over Egypt. He passed over Egypt. Your Easter, the root of Easter, it go back to who? Nimrod from the Tower of Babel. When you go in the book of Genesis, okay? It starts with Nimrod, that Cusha. Nimrod, okay? Who slept with his mother or something like that. He slept with his mother, something like that. Or when he died, he was deified. And later on, the mother, which is known as Semiramis, was also deified as well, a goddess of fertility. And the same thing was carried on through Egypt. Egypt and all the land throughout the folk of this earth. Okay? He said, and the cup of devil, ye cannot be partaker of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. You can't do that. You can't be on the left side and be at the center on the right side. Or you want to be one foot on the left side and the other foot you have, it doesn't work like that. Okay? He said, do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? So are you mightier than the Most High? Are you mighty? So why are you using the name of the Most High for your Easter. Your Easter is for Satan. It has nothing to do with the Most High. Nothing. Let's go right here in the book of Acts chapter 12. Let's go in the book of Acts chapter 12. Okay, let's go over there. Okay? Because a lot of things we don't understand in the Bible when you take the Bible. Right? The translation, when they did the translation, there being some error. Okay. However, the KJV, the King James Version Bible, is the closest one, right? With less error. Compared to many, like your NLT, your New International Version, all these things is loaded with what? Weakness. Is loaded with what? Mistranslation. Is loaded with so much weakness. Is loaded with deception. Shalom King, Shalom, Shalom, all praises to the Most High, Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Rakakadai, Shalom King, Shalom, all praises, right? So, however, when you take a look, right? When you take a look, right, at the Bible, okay, the Torah, from Genesis all the way down to the book of Revelation, what do you get? You see the word Passover. You see only Passover. Now, when you take even the other translation, right, the NLT, the New International Version, like the list goes on. If you take at least up to 13 different translations, the thing you'll notice is what? You're only going to see the word Passover, 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 all the way down until the book of Acts chapter 12. So, because the Passover is together with the feast of unleavened bread, they go along. You can't keep the Passover without the unleavened bread. Okay? You cannot kill the victim, or you cannot eat the victim of the Most High with leavened bread. You can't do that. You got to eat it with what? Unleavened bread. So the feast goes hand in hand. They're together. They're one. It's one. It's just that it's the next day of the Passover that we start counting the first day of the war unleavened bread. But they all, the Passover, see, consider the feast of unleavened bread, because the unleavened bread is eaten literally from what? The 14th day, which is the end of the 13th day sundown. The 14th is starting, right? So you see the word Easter only one time in the Bible. Only one time in the book of what? Acts. Now, if you read the translation in Spanish and in French, what did they do? They put Pascua, but it was not Pascua. It was, the original word is not Pascua, because the word original was not Pascua. It is the Passover. Okay? The Most High passed over the land of Egypt. Okay? But a lot of people don't understand. Right? So, let's go right here to prove you from the Bible first and foremost that what? Your Easter has nothing to do with the Most High. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nada. Zero. 9. Let's read it. This is the book of Acts chapter 12 and verses 1. He said, now, about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hand to vex certain of the church. So, this is Esau, right? He's trying to kill some of the Israelites. Some of the elders, the brother doing the work of the Most High, right? He said, to vex certain of the church. And he killed James, the brother of